Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of October 24th. As always, we're going to get started with the Mythic Plus affixes for this week. This week we have Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. Again, that's Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. Actually, a bit of an easier week. Sanguine always slows down a dungeon, but it's not on Fortified, so the trash isn't necessarily the hard part. So you just have the tyrannical bosses to deal with and a little bit of slower trash. So pretty good week if you are looking, again, to get a character ready for next patch, which is very, very soon at this point, or whatever you might be doing. As far as, last minute for this patch, this would be a good week to jump back in there into Mythic Plus, not having to deal with any of the worst affixes in the world for this week. Let's go ahead and jump into the game and talk about what's going on in the game this week. This week, of course, we have Hollow's End continuing. So Hollow's End this year only had a few updates, mostly to the Headless Horseman and the adding of Scarlet Monastery. I did videos on both of those things, if you care to check them out. I may have had something wrong on the unlocking Scarlet Monastery. I'm still not sure. Just for the record, I looked up all the information I could before making the video from other people's perspectives, and I've since then looked up things about it. And I'm still not entirely sure if I was wrong about the drop chance of the key. But yeah, basically you do the Headless Horseman, do it on hard mode, so accept the curses. Some people say you can get it with one curse. Some people are saying they got it on no curses. Again, there's a lot of people saying things, and sometimes it's hard to know what necessarily is true or not. But if you can handle all the curses, that's what I recommend you doing. You get all the curses. You talk to the big Wickerman. You can say, I accept all the curses, kill Headless Horseman. It's going to increase the drop chances at the very least of all the items by doing this. So you have a better chance at getting, whether that's a mount, whether that's whatever else. The key, you want to accept the curses if you can handle them, all of them. It's just a lot of dodging mostly. If your range is actually not that bad. If you're melee, you have to play a little bit safe if you're not used to doing that kind of content. But yeah, you just do that and that'll give you more of the items, and that's the biggest new thing to Hollow's End is the updated Headless Horseman encounter, and then of course the unlocking of Scarlet Monastery. So that is obviously still going on this week, so you can still go ahead and do that. We have the Arena Skirmish bonus event, nothing great there. The PvP Brawls Classic Ashran, nothing good there. We do have a time walking event still going on. I believe this is the last week of Turbulent Timeways, which is where you get extra experience and stuff by doing it, so it's like a good way to level up, and you also get the heroic reward from doing the 5 time walking, and this is going to end, of course, because we're going to be getting a new patch, and then of course they don't want you getting heroic loot somehow from the new raid on the first day from doing time walking. Very understandable. I think they could reintroduce this a little bit earlier than what they normally do into a patch, but it's understandable that they don't want it on release. So this is going to be Wrath of the Lich King time walking, so you can kind of relive the ICC that's going on in Classic Wrath and stuff like that if you want to during this time walking event with Wrath of Lich King time walking and Wrath of Lich King Classic. Other than that, there's not a ton of things going on for this particular week. The most notable thing being is that this is the last there's 2 more weeks, but last full week before BlizzCon. And so next week, obviously we'll have a This Week in WoW video, and then a few days later we're going to have BlizzCon. My current plans for BlizzCon are going to be to I don't know if I'm going to stream or not. That's going to depend on my real life circumstances at the time for Friday and Saturday or whatever. But if not, I'll either stream it here on YouTube just because that's easier, and then post reactions to different things and follow-ups to those things and thoughts and everything like that about all the information that comes out, likely 11.0 release and all that kind of stuff. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe into Monday, probably like a lot of content coming out for that. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm very positive right now based on everything I've heard from developers tweeting and people talking and rumors and some content creators that have inside access and stuff like that. I'm very, very positive about what could be revealed, and I'm hoping it's really good, and I'm hoping everyone's hyped about it. It would if it's a major letdown, that would be an even bigger letdown to me because I'm so you know, hyping it up, I guess, in my own head. So that'll be next week. We'll talk about that more in next week's video, of course. But this is the last full week before that. Other than that, there just hasn't been much to do, frankly. I've been working a lot on my hardcore classic player, which I'm not planning on doing anything with. I'm just trying to level to 60 without dying. It's just kind of a challenge, you know. I'm not doing anything special, just slowly leveling up to 60, and I'm at level 56, so almost there. And I've been doing that a little bit. I have been doing some like casual stuff that I enjoy doing on retail as well. I, of course, unlocked Scarlet Monastery, ran it a few times, got some transmugs that I didn't have yet. I completely finished the timeways, the whatever they're called, the time rift event. You know, I didn't like sit and farm them all day every day when they first came out. I was like doing them, you know, once or twice a week basically. And I finally finished all those, got all the items, got the max reputation, unlocked the blacksmithing stuff from that. So that was pretty cool. And I finished that up casually. Like I said, just doing kind of casual content on retail, and leveling up on hardcore classic is pretty much what I've been doing in World of Warcraft. And just kind of taking it easy, waiting for this patch. One thing I thought it was of note was I was looking it up because I complain about Rat a lot to my guild, Rat Paladin stuff. And I actually looked it up. And other than the little tuning that Rat got for Mythic Plus, they went through and did an AoE tuning on like every class that was underperforming in Mythic Plus, and like gave like 3% AoE damage, 5% AoE damage here and there. Other than that, Rat Paladin has not been tuned since April 5th on a nerf after the rework. So it's been months and months and months. So May, June, July, August, September, October. It's been over 6 months since Ret has been tuned at all in terms of like raid and stuff like that. So basically Ret went an entire tier without even being tuned at all, which is absolutely wild. Obviously, as a content creator who makes a lot for Ret Paladin content, this tier has been very quiet for me as far as like content to make on Ret Paladin too. So I obviously hope that changes. If nothing else, there should be a lot of like BlizzCon hype and stuff like that. But that's the biggest reason why I haven't had as many videos, is because you know, some of the casual content I'm not the best at making videos about. Like there's other people that are gonna make better daycare videos than me, because it's not something I'm passionate about. It's something I did with my kid, but it's not something like I'm super passionate about. And so people make much better content on that than me. But yeah, obviously we had the secret finding event, which was huge and fun and great. I loved that. But if we didn't have that, this would have been one of the most boring tiers ever for me personally, just because there was nothing Ret Paladin related. And if there wasn't that secret event, you know, no big secrets, no anything like that. So I'm looking forward to BlizzCon, and I'm hoping next tier is just a little bit more eventful for my own personal game style, where I play pretty much one spec as Rat Paladin. You know, I have some alts too, but I pretty much play Rat Paladin. I'm hoping, you know, that stuff actually happens. Obviously, there's a legendary axe and stuff like that. But yeah, the main takeaway for this week in WoW video is I'm super positive about the future. But looking back, this patch, while it had tons of good things in it, I guess the raid was good. A lot of the casual content was really good in this patch. But overall, very boring patch for me personally, and I'm super hyped for the future though. So we'll see. Hopefully that hype is not misplaced. Hopefully we even get some Rat Paladin tuning this time. And hopefully today or tomorrow we get some Rat Paladin tuning. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.